I'm back after a long ass break, and I'm here to start drama and get cancelled. You can't really get cancelled if you're not something to begin with, can you? Today I'll be answering questions that girls want to ask guys from my perspective. I asked my Instagram followers and some Facebook friends to ask me some questions. This is what I posted. Girls, what are some questions you want to ask guys? Doing a video where I want to answer the questions from my point of view. I will blur names, so don't worry about your privacy. Thank you in advance, it will be a big help. And here are the responses I got. If you want to participate in my future videos, then give me a follow on IG. Please give me a follow. I need them brand sponsors, like soon. Munti Express does not guarantee the answers to be accurate, and the results may and will vary depending on your male subject. Is your poop bigger than mine? Nah, I think it's the same. I think it's more about like how big you are compared to if you're a guy or a girl. But in my experience, it's the same. I'm acting as if I'm a poop expert. I'm a poop connoisseur. But yeah, in my experience, it's the same. Doesn't matter if girls wear makeup. This is more of a personal thing. Most guys that I know, including myself, prefer girls that don't wear makeup. It also looks like they're confident. And I also know that confident girls wear makeup too. But I guess it's just like something that we prefer most. Again, that just goes from guys to guys, so not every guy's gonna be the same. How often do you all think about sex? Okay, this one's definitely from guy to guy, because I don't think every guy is the same when it comes to thinking about sex and then their sex drive. It also matters on the guy's sex drive too, right? There's guys who have a higher sex drive who are gonna think about sex more. I guess me personally, think about it a lot. Do guys actually name their package, or is this just something they write down in the shows for comedy? No, God! No, God, please, no! I have never named my package, but I know people who did, but most of the people I know, they don't have names for their packages. Do you talk about girls with your friends if you have a crush on them? And if so, what is it about? So as I try to fight with the wind and in this empty parking lot, trying to record here, and the wind makes my hair look like a bird's nest. We do talk about girls if we have a crush on them, especially with our boys, you know. Sometimes we'd like to get advice and see what, like, if they're the right person for us, or if we should go for them or anything like that. Like, you know, dudes who are shy, they will probably talk about with their boys about the girl more than they'll actually talk to the girl. And that's just how it is. Do you care if we shave? This is not really a guy-girl thing, because it shouldn't be like only girls shave or guys shave, because like I shave. I just think for me personally, it's more of a hygiene thing. And I guess I perceive people who shave being cleaner. It could be a stupid logic. It could be just like in your head kind of thing. It's not like reality. It's not like, oh, if some girl doesn't shave, like, ew, you know, it's something like that. It's just like, personally, if we're with someone, if I'm with someone, I would prefer if they shave, yeah. Do you like going down on a kitty? I personally like it if it's with someone I actually love. Otherwise, I will not even consider doing it. That's just how it is. It's like, I cannot go down on someone I don't have feelings for. There's many guys who like pleasing girls and that's it. They don't want anything in back return. Okay, that's not many guys. There's a bunch of guys who just like giving and they don't want anything back. How often do they think about their significant other, and how often do they think about them aside from thinking about sex? I know guys who think about their significant other a lot, not only because they're thinking about sex, they're just like, they miss them and stuff. I personally, when I was in a relationship, I thought about her a lot, and it wasn't all about sex. Like, most of the time it was just because I was doing something fun and I want to share with them. So that's how the thought came. Or let's say I was eating and the thought came like, oh, I wonder what she's eating or stuff like that. Most of my friends that are in relationships and myself too, we think about our significant others a lot, and not always it's about sex. Do they know whether or not they will marry a woman within the first 30 days of meeting her? Most of the guys I know, and when we talk about these things, they usually, if it's like a special someone, they won't know if they're gonna marry them, but they'll know if they want something serious with them. And if they're monogamous and they are into the whole marriage and all that stuff, like, we usually know that if you want something serious with them, then it's gonna end with marriage, right? And me personally, I don't like dating someone that I don't see a potential with. So if I'm dating you in a serious relationship, I do see a potential with you. I wouldn't waste each other's time if I don't see a potential of us being married down the road or something like that. But I guess that's why people date, to kind of get to know each other, right? So that's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't get into a serious relationship with you unless I see potential. Why do guys cheat? I know media always portrays the guys as the cheater and the guys are the one who always cheat. but I don't think that's how it is. I think it's 50-50, or it could be the other way even more. Because like I remember talking to girls, just random people online, girls especially, they answered honestly. They're like, you know what, I think that girls cheat more but guys get caught more. They probably all cheat equally, I don't know. And if you're talking about why certain guys cheat, maybe they're not the person to be in like a monogamous relationship. They prefer poly, but they're too afraid to admit it. Or maybe they're just one of those people who are like, oh, I'll do all that shit, but you don't get to do that shit, you know? I don't know, but cheating is a shitty thing to do regardless of the gender, to be honest. So, and also I don't believe guys cheat more than girls. I think that's BS when fucking people say that. How do you let girls know that you want them? This is more about confidence than a gender thing. Usually more confident guys will just let the girl know that, hey, we're interested, or we'll flirt with you, you know? And we'll try to like make excuses to spend more time with you. Guys who are not as confident, I don't even know how they let girls know. I don't think they ever let girls know that they like them. They just keep their feelings in. Do you all know you get pee on the floor and seat and just not care? Or do you not know? My boyfriend swears that it is not him, but I know it is. I have been a girl all my life and I have never had sprinkles around my toilet. She added the part all my life. I don't know how pee gets everywhere, because usually when I pee, especially at home, I sit down and pee. So I don't know how you can get pee everywhere. Most of the guys I know, if they're at home, they're gonna sit down and pee. Yes, we talked about it. Like, I know sometimes, like, if you're drunk as fuck and you're peeing standing up, I can understand why it's hard to think. Or like, if you're outside and you don't want to sit down on the dirty toilet, it might go somewhere. Why are guys so insecure about their height? This is one thing I can blame on media and society and how society works. Mainly because how the media portrays attractive people as tall people. It's just the same reason why some girls feel insecure about their weight. Additionally, it also has to do with how girls talk to some short guys. Like, I know short guys, they get shut down because of their height, and girls are sometimes very mean about it. But nowadays I noticed that girls don't care as much about their height as they used to, especially back in the day. Like, I'm personally 6 feet, and even then I get insecure about my height. Like, I always think, oh, I wish I was just a few inches taller. Do you get mad if girls want to pay for dates? I personally don't. I think it's actually kind of sweet and it's caring. It's not even if they pay, at least if they offer, I think that's good enough. I'll quote this dating guru that I really agree with his ideology, is that when girls expect the guy to pay, it feels like as if their time is more valuable than ours, and then we should be paying to kind of compensate for their time with us. I personally like paying, but it's just like, I like the fact if they offer at least. Most guys who are secure and everything, they don't get mad about girls paying. What is something a woman does that she really doesn't need to do? I'm about to get fucking bitch slapped for this, aren't I? Putting on makeup, for me personally, is that I think you don't really need to put on makeup, you know? Unless like you're really into that makeup culture thing and that's like something you enjoy as art or something, I guess. Intention matters, right? So I don't think you need to put on makeup just to like, you know, you want to look better than what you think you look. Because at the end of the day, the right person will like you for what's underneath and not because you look prettier with the makeup on. The makeup should be just more of an addition, as in like, you know. So I personally think that you don't really need to put makeup on, which a lot of girls do, but that one is definitely very subjective. What's the type of girls you're most interested in? This is very personal preference. I don't think all guys have a certain type they prefer, but I noticed that one of the biggest answers that comes up is that they prefer a more homebody kind of girl, you know, who doesn't like to go out a lot and stuff like that. So I noticed that they prefer that kind of girls more. I personally prefer more of like the opposite of me. I like the girls who are introverted, like in front of everyone, and they like, but then they're more extroverted when we're together, and they're always like blah blah blah. They talk a lot, and I really like that. But again, it's very subjective and it varies from guy to guy a lot. Do you like being needed or a woman who's totally independent? I think it's a mix of both. They like a woman who's independent, but they don't need us, but more so they want us. That is more like attractive, you know, because like if someone needs you and that's why they want you, then they don't really want you, they just want you out of necessity. If you know that someone's capable of doing whatever they can, but they still choose to have you and they are more like needing and stuff, so that is more attractive. I personally do like being needed, not in the sense like, oh, they don't know how to do anything, but more so that they want me to do it for them, you know? If that makes any sense. I don't know. Why do dudes not wipe their dick after peeing? Ugh, I never knew they don't wipe their dick. I thought that was like a thing that everyone does. Who doesn't wipe their dick? I think most guys wipe their dick. If you don't, wipe your dick, you disgusting piece of shit. Would you enjoy being gifted flowers? Do you have favorite kind of flowers? I think I would enjoy getting gifted flowers, but it's not because it's flowers, but more so just the thought that they thought about me and they wanted to get me something nice or just something romantic or things. But I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer something that can last, you know? Because I kind of get sad when the flower dies and I'm like, oh my god, it's such a waste of flowers. And again, most of the guys I know they're not really into receiving flowers. Fake flowers work for me. I like pink roses. I like pink roses a lot. And I like orchids. I also like violets. Would you wear makeup? If so, what? It's not that would I ever wear makeup, because I already wore makeup in the past. When I used to work on TV and stuff, I wore makeup. And a few times when I was sleeping, my ex used to put makeup on me, so that was fun. But yeah, I know there's guys who'd consider wearing makeup, but they probably wouldn't because of stigmas, because they're like, oh, makeup's too girly or whatnot. And I also know guys who just don't even like the idea of makeup. So it's a split right there. For me personally, I don't like wearing makeup just because I kind of feel like I'm hiding what my real face is. I might wear makeup if it's for like a show or something which needs it. Other than that, I don't want to wear makeup like just to go out or something like that. If you had to choose, some fucking car alarm is going off right now and it's pissing me off. Oh, you dumbass. Okay. If you had to choose, would you rather adopt a cat, hamster, or a dog, and why? I don't think this is gender-based though. I personally would want to adopt a dog the most, just because I feel like I connect with them the most and they're just so friendly and you can go out and play with them and they can be your wingman, you know? Do you think it is more comfortable for guys to wear a skirt than pants? And would you wear it if society wasn't judging you? Back home where I'm from, they have this thing called lungi, which is basically, it looks like a skirt, no joke. And a lot of guys wear it and it's like acceptable. So I think it is probably more comfortable for most guys to wear lungi. I do not like wearing things. I like wearing pants just because it feels more secure. Why do you take compliments as flirting? I mean, sometimes we just like your shirt on or the way you dress up. Why can't you accept the compliment without thinking we're flirting with you? I don't know, okay? It's because like no one ever compliments us. Like I don't take compliments as flirting. It's more so like the context of it and the tone. Because you can just be like, yo, nice shirt, dude. That's not really flirting. But if you're like, hey, Munti, nice shirt, that would be like flirting for me. I can say that the reason most guys take compliments as flirting is because they don't get as much compliments as girls do. What is the biggest turn on in women? Most of the guys I've talked to, the biggest turn on in women is loyalty. If you're talking about like emotional stuff, you know, that's like the biggest turn on. It's like someone who's loyal and someone who's like there for you, you know? So loyalty and honesty is definitely the biggest turn on. But if you're talking about physically, most of my friends, they like faces. They think faces are probably the most attractive part of what a girl. And then everything else just comes after. But yeah, I think nice voices are very cute. Like someone with a nice accent or a nice voice, super, super attractive. Why don't you remember my name? I have nothing to say. I'm not gonna even. I don't know if it's much related, but I want to ask them why won't they have proper skincare and apply makeup occasionally. I hate the prejudice against this, but like feminine boys, anyways. So I guess this doesn't relate. It does relate, and I mean, I don't think there are some guys I know they have proper skincare routine. Like they'll do, you know, all that stuff. For me personally, it's not about prejudice. Like I don't feel like, oh, I'm not allowed to like take care of my skin or whatever. It's just more so that I just don't give a shit. I would like to know how often they cry. Are vulnerable emotions something they're afraid to show because of judgment, or conditioned not to show at all from an early age and therefore don't cry at all? This is a really good question. I love this. This is like so deep. I'm like crying, but not because I'm emotional, but more so because it's so cold. But okay, me personally, I've always been encouraged mostly to show my emotions and show my vulnerabilities, especially from my family. So I never felt like I had to hide my emotions. But I know most guys, they don't usually show their emotions because they're more so afraid of being judged. Like many of the guys I know, they really suck at showing emotions. That's just how it is. I forgot to answer this part. How often do you cry? I think it really varies from guy to guy, because I know guys who haven't cried until someone died or something. Me personally, I have a sad part in this show that will make me really sad, or cute baby or something, or you know, something like that would make me sad, or memories make me sad sometimes, or sometimes just or my own thoughts spiral out of control. And so yeah, for me personally, I think I cry a lot, probably way more than most dudes. But guys in generally, they generally don't cry as much as many girls say they do. But I also know a lot of girls who don't cry. They have fucking no emotions whatsoever ever. It is a lot about society. It's how like they've been conditioned to like, you know, say that, oh, men don't cry, you know, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times growing up in the media, they would be saying like men don't cry or things like that, or boys don't cry. And it was like, so yeah, definitely a lot of guys are afraid to show emotions and stuff. So that is definitely a big part about it. I was editing the video and I realized that I missed a question. So I just wanted to come here and answer it so I don't miss it. I believe the question was, why do some men look at women as turkey leg? And I'm assuming that when you're saying, why do they look at them like smoked turkey legs? You're referring to like they're staring at them as if it's food or something. Assuming that's the case, and also I'm assuming that if you're looking at a girl like that, you're probably single or you're in some sort of poly relationship, because why would you be looking at a girl like that if you're taken? My theory is that, think about a Lamborghini. When you see a really nice Lamborghini, it's just that you cannot take your eyes off of it. You just like keep staring. It's like, it's just so beautiful and stuff. So it's like the same theory. When you see a girl you're really attracted to, I guess it's just stare at them. And I think there's really nothing wrong at staring if you leave it like it's not super creepy or you're not making them uncomfortable. You're just like, you know, you just glance at it like, oh damn, check them out or something. It's not that wrong, as long as you're not like going out there harassing them or something. But yeah, I think my theory is that it's more so like they're really attracted to them and they just can't take their eyes off of them. I'm gonna go inside. I can't take this no more. Fake flowers, fake flowers, fake flowers. Yeah, not gonna work.